It's in here.
Yeah.
It's in your heart.
Yeah.
That you're a perv. Stop being a perv.
It's okay. You can be a perv. I don't mind.
Welcome back to Forever Frenemies.
The Forever Frenemies show.
Yeah.
So on today's special episode, Wendy's going to be on her phone the entire time.
Do you remember what episode this is?
The stuff people say on the internet is so stupid.
That's a good segue. So I am cool with a lot of people that hate you. I'm sure vice versa.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is I get people that absolutely despise you. And they're like, Wendy, I hate Ben, but I can't stop watching the show. I can't stop watching Frenemies.
Oh, that's awesome. Why do they hate me?
Because people on Twitter have things to say.
But it's like, none of it's true. That's what's so frustrating about it. Like, somebody made a comment on my Donald Trump interview, Donald Trump Jr. interview. They said, wow, I'm watching this Donald Trump Jr. interview with Bitboy, and it's actually really good. I'm like, that's because you've never watched me before. Listen to what I say. Don't read memes about me on Twitter, and you'll actually get a better representation of who I am.
It's just kind of scary that if you put information out as like a crypto cringe influencer, like people always have these terrible things to say, but what they're not understanding is we're able to get a lot of this information out very fast and break it down into something that's very digestible. One of the biggest issues I had, why I was so informed for a long time before actually, buying Bitcoin and understanding what the F was going on, was I would listen to the news or I'd read articles and I wouldn't understand it because it was written in a way that I wasn't used to. I grew up very poor, so I wasn't able to really understand what they were saying. But now I understand what a lot of this stuff is now, and I'm able to articulate that to other people who grew up similar to me to where they understand. And people get so mad at crypto influencers in other industries, but we're very much needed.
Yeah.
Because I put out a lot of unbiased information. I always tell people to fact check me. And especially right now with all the insanity happening in the US, like they need people to have a voice. Like if we did like the Fire Gary Gensler movement, we helped with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think the people, Davidson and the other people that are pushing that bill to reform the SEC, do you think they would actually have done that unless they started hearing that from people with large audiences? No, they wouldn't. And people with our faces out there too.
And that's what's so funny about it though. It's like they say all this stuff about us. Like we're the ones putting our faces out there. Like, don't you think we're taking into consideration what we're saying?
Yeah.
Like we're out there, we're public. The Anon people, the point to call everybody's scammer, all this stuff, like they're the ones for the most part that are, a lot of them are doing the scams.
Oh no, a lot of 100% they are.
Absolutely.
And a lot of these guys, especially the Bitcoin maxis, a lot of them have alt accounts where they're participating in all the shitcoinery and doing all those things. They have been since the beginning, and it's just getting kind of ridiculous. Like the whole thing is just kind of ridiculous. Like our community is so divisive, and they would rather see everything go to zero than actually just keep their mouth shut or do something to move things forward.
The funny thing is 89% of kids want to be influencers. YouTubers, influencers are the top two professions that kids want. You're going to see a changing of the guard here. You're going to see where people embrace this new life, which how stupid are you? Like how invested in tradition for the sake of tradition are you? If you are more in favor of people who always had money explaining to you how to get money, and you're more in favor of, only CNN news reporters are the only people that can talk about politics. How stupid are you if that's what you think?
The thing that pisses me
it's scripted.
I had people in my comments in my mentions the other day. They're like, we need these crypto shit. Binance needs to go away. F Binance. But the moral of the story is the fact that you have read the Bitcoin white paper, you want liberty, you want decentralization, you want something that's censorship resistant, but you're screaming for banks to come in and like save the industry. The banks are going to do more detriment that they are going to than good. And we've seen this time and time again. How many public servants have been caught doing insider trading? The banks, when the banks collapsed. How many of those?
The signature bank people that sold.
They were doing all this shady stuff with the stocks. Like you want these people to do it? To me, it's absolutely crazy, and it just makes no sense. It's like you're like these people in America. Some of them they're actively trying to destroy an industry, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like you guys have fun in America. I have enough means to leave. Like I will take me and my family, and I will leave, and I will live my best life elsewhere. And you can sit and rot and cry in America.
Yeah.
Like you can stay poor in America, you can live in poverty, you can get your UBI, you can just live in absolute poverty. But probably a lot of these people that are screaming for this come from a place of wealth, and they're living off of mommy daddy's money. This is the thing, you guys. Influencing, there's a lot of responsibility with influencing. But also too, a lot of you listen to dumb people on purpose. Like a lot of you legit, like people that complain about the TikTok algorithm. Well, that's what you're searching for, and that's what you're watching. So that's why that's popping up on your page. So if you don't want to see something that's probably inappropriate, probably that could get you fired from work, probably would make people think you're a weirdo, it's in here.
Yeah.
It's in your heart that you're a perv. Stop being a perv.
It's okay. You can be a perv. I don't mind.
I do. I don't want to be around pervy people. That's scary.
Well, random people on TikTok, they can watch whatever they want. I don't care. I'm not getting around those folks.
Well, I'm not either. Like,
I don't know. Are you? Are you, Wendy? You know.
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like bleak about stuff. Maybe just because I'm tired today and I'm in a food coma.
You are doing what I call living within the bias of your specific life. So we always tend to think of things in regards to our experience, and we forget that humans have been around making language for 30,000 years. But the point is this, is that when you look at the context of humanity over its entire existence, we're not evolving towards one morality. What you see is a constant wave of morality, to where, you went through slavery, and during slavery, people thought it was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look now and you're like, how do these people possibly think? That's because just the thinking back then was different. We judge it as wrong for sure today. But there are other things that are less egregious examples that you may not think.
Well, people used to get married when they were like 14.
That's a great
like 2
point.
13 or 14-year-olds, they would get married and like start a family then. And I can't even and that's like, it's real. It happened. And I can't even fathom that.
Well, the lifespans weren't as long either. So, but you had to kind of get started earlier. And the average lifespan was like 30 something years old. But I think that the point is when you look at World War II, when you look at the Mongolian Empire, when you look at other certain empires that were very, very violent, what you see is you see that wave of world's ending. These people are taking over. It's, oh my gosh. And then peace, something happens.
And then there's
peace
boobs
happens.
at the White House.
There's what?
Boobs at the White House.
Boobs at the White House.
A man's breasts were shown at the White House the other week.
Was he white?
I think so. I don't know.
That's racist.
Is it?
I mean, don't you think it's really cliche? They had to use a white person at the White House. I don't know what's racist anymore. I can't decide.
I don't know what it is either. I'm just so confused. Everybody's so mad about everything.
I know, it's so crazy.
And I'm just like, really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a lot going on in the world. And some people are going to be your friends. Some people are going to be your enemies.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be your forever frenemies.
Thanks for watching.